Hey everyone, I am Okon Haname and today I will discuss the 5 basic components of language. So there are 5 basic components of language and those are the phonemes, morphemes, syntax, semantics or meaning of language, and lastly the pragmatics. So when we say phonemes, it is the basic units of sounds in any given language. These are the sounds that we create with the letter of the alphabet. So meaning, mga sounds ni siya nga ato ang na-create with together with the letters of the alphabet. So, just for example, sa word nga bat, naa siya'y tulo ka sounds which is ang B, A, and T. And then, another example is the cat. Naapod siya'y tulo ka phonemes. Na siya'y tulo ka sounds which is ang C, A, and T. So, nganong kinahanglan man na ay morphemes sa ato ang language. So, 'di ba, kung magbasa ta, we need to show how the alphabet code works. That the letters on the page spell sounds and words. So meaning, lantawon sa nato daan ang mga sounds nga nag-compose each letter sa words. Phonemes, mao ni siya mga sounds nga ato ang na-create when we speak words. Let's proceed to morpheme. So when we say morpheme, it is the smallest grammatical unit of space. It may be a word like place or an element of a word. So ang morpheme, mao pud ni siya combination sa sounds nga naay meaning. There are two types of morpheme, which is ang free morpheme and ang bound morpheme. So when we say free morpheme, it can stand alone as a word without another morpheme. Just for example, ang word nga dog. Another example sa free morpheme is ang word nga friend. So the second one is the bound morpheme. So when we say bound morpheme, it is a sound or combination of sounds that cannot stand alone as our words. So kung ang free morpheme makastand alone ra siya, ang bound morpheme dili siya makastand alone as a word. So example, sa word nga friendly. So sa word nga friendly, kung tangtangon tong friend which is ang free morpheme, mabilin ang li, mauto siya ang li, mauto siya ang bound morpheme which is dili siya maka-stand alone. Kay kung mabilin siya, wa ta kasabot or dili nato masabtan kung unsay meaning ato niya. Pero kung simple sila, mahibaw-an nato kung unsay meaning. Now let's proceed to the syntax. So when we say syntax, it is the structure of language, the grammar, it is the arrangement of the sentence that makes sense in a given language. Meaning, usa ni siya ka set of rules that govern on how words combine to form a phrases, clauses, and sentences of a language. Kung sa words is a building blocks of language, ang syntax po kuno is the rules that tell us on how to put those blocks together to make a meaningful structure. So, meaning, ang syntax is all about how we arrange words to create grammatically correct. For example, sa sentence nga the cat sat on the mat, grammatically correct siya, di ba? Masabtan nato ang sentence. Pero kung atoa siyang bali-balihon, atoa siyang himuong cat the sat mat on the, dili na nato siya masabtan kay nagkabali-bali naman ang mga words. Dili naman siya arrange. Mao nang para mas masabtan nato ang usa ka sentence, kinahanglan nga arrange siya pagka butang. So dapat correct order of words gid siya para atong mas masabtan ang meaning sa usa ka sentence. So the fourth one is the semantics or meaning of language. So when we say semantic or meaning of language, It is all about the understanding of what words, phrases, and sentences mean, both individually and in context. So, kung ang syntax is rule siya on how putting words together, ang semantics po kuno is ang meaning behind those words and how they are used. So, sa first key points is ang meaning is complex is that words can have multiple meanings and that meaning can change depending on the context. So, the second is the beyond individual words. Semantics also looks at the meaning or phrases, clauses, and entire sentences. And lastly, the ambiguity. Language can be ambiguous, meaning that a single sentence can have multiple interpretation. Just for example, the word bank. Sa word nga bank, pwede siya malahi-lahi ang meaning. Depende sa sentence. So, ang word nga bank, pwede siya ma-refer sa financial institution. Also, pwede po siya ma-refer sa edge of river. So, kung himuon siyang sentence sa financial institution, ing ani, I went to the bank to deposit money. So, mao to siya ang lahi ang iyahang meaning. So, kung sa edge of a river po siya, ang sentence pod is, we sat in the bank and watched the sunset. So, lahi-lahi ang iyahang meaning. So, sa kana nga word, pwede malahi ang meaning depende sa context. Another example, sa word nga bat. So, ang bat, pwede siya ma-refer nato sa usa ka flying mammal and also pwede po siya ma-refer nato sa kanang baseball bat. So, semantics help us to understand on how language conveys meaning and how we can interpret the intended message behind those words. So now, let's proceed to the last basic components of language, which is the pragmatics. So, pragmatics refers use or application of language. It is also about applying language so that others understand of what you are trying to convey or kung unsay imuhang buot pasabot niya. So, when we say pragmatics, it is the study of how language is used in a real world situations. So, pasabot, about ni siya sa pagsabot sa meaning of language and wala ni siya nag-base sa words but also considering the context. So, ang speaker's intentions and relationship between sa speakers and sa listener. So, napo ni siya key points about the pragmatics. First is the context is K, second speaker's intention, and lastly social factors. So when we say context is K, it is the meaning of language that can change depending on the context of what or which it is used. And the second one is the speaker's intention. So pragmatics considers that what the speakers is trying to achieve with their language. The last one is the pragmatics takes into account that social relationships between the speakers and listeners. Okay, so kani nga scenario, ang example. Ikaw galuto ka, kauban imuhang friend, while imuhang friend naa sa kilid naglingkod duol sa asin. Tas ikaw galuto ka, gakamulo kag luto, and then siya nakita nimo nga kanang naay kinahanglan nimo og asin, so niingon kag, can you pass the salt? Motong imotong katong nga sentence imotong gi-refer sa imuhang friend. So kani nga sentence is grammatically correct siya. But at the same time dili siya pa request for information. It is a polite request for someone to perform an action. Another example. Imagine na ay mo ingon nimo, that's great. So, ang pragmatics ato, katong pagkanang sulti niya or depende sa iyahang tono sa pagsulti or tingog sa ni istorya atong niingon og that's great. Pragmatic, it helps us to understand on how language is used to communicate effectively in a real world situations, considering the social and contextual factors that influence meaning.